What's up, guys, and welcome back to New Comic Book Day. It is Wednesday, March 12th, and we got low-key a massive haul today. Look at all that. You can kind of see a little teaser right there for you. I got a paperback, so I'll go into that at the end. But yeah, big week, big buys, so let's just get right into it. First off, we got Transformers number 2. This is a 7th printing of this number 2 issue. I picked up the volume 1, which is 1 through 6, and the volume 2, which is 6 through 12, a while back, and I read them. And this series is just so much fun. The art is crazy. The story is nuts. I love Transformers. Optimus Prime is probably my favorite character, but a very specific type of Optimus Prime where he's kind of angry and he just really wants to kind of destroy the Decepticons at all costs. And they low-key got that version of Optimus in here, but I had to pick this issue up because Starscream is probably my second favorite. I just think it's so funny how he's just always kind of a scumbag and he can never be trusted. And in this issue, he has a big appearance as well alongside the G.I. Joe universe, which they're trying to tie in. The G.I. Joe and Transformers universe are part of one universe now, well, especially with this new run. So it's really interesting. Highly recommend picking up the Transformers series, especially those paperback collected issues if you can nab them. The third one should be out soon. They just put out the 18th issue. But yeah, moving on, we got Nick Fury versus Fin Fang Foom one shot. I talked about this last week. I think last week was the Captain America and Volstagg team up one shot. This one is a versus featuring the Howling Commandos, I believe. So pretty badass. I think Fin Fang Foom is like a Kunlun character, I'm pretty sure. Leave a comment below if you're more familiar with his character. But this one should be interesting. Nick Fury is also always a badass. So I had to pick this up. It's part of that one-shot kind of line they're doing of team-ups and versus. So pretty fun. We'll see how if the story's any good. Next up, we got, and this one didn't come out this week, but I think I missed it somewhere. Sabretooth, The Dead Don't Talk, number 3. So this series has been super fun. It's like Sabretooth in the 1920s New York, and he's like a leader of a gang, and it's pretty violent, and he's just tearing people apart. This one features a 1920s Iron Fist, I'm pretty sure. And I'm really excited. I really love this story. I'm upset I missed it. And I'm glad I was able to pick it up. So if you're not reading this, definitely a great pickup. Highly recommend. It's just a fun story. Up next, this one's a wild card. I'm not even sure what Assorted Crisis Events by Image Comics. Image Comics is just a great indie publisher. They have tons of great stories. Invincible, I'm pretty sure that's an Image Comics property. They just do it different over in the comic scene. And this one in particular, Assorted Crisis Events number 1, was on the staff pick section for this week. So I figured I'd give it a try. It seems to be about some sort of time traveling government agency that keeps the order. You're familiar with the concept. TVA, Umbrella Academy, I think, had some of that nonsense. But yeah, sort of a wild card. Interested to see how it turns out. Next up, this has been a feature of the videos so far in the past weeks. Batman Dark Patterns number 4. This series has just been so much fun. It's really like a legit, very dark issue. All the reflection of the light. But it's such like a base level Batman story, but it's done so well. None of this like he's saving the world and he's protecting the Omniverse. It's a real just OG Batman story. Let's see if I can get none of the reflections here. I think that's the Puppeteer or like the Puppet Master or something like that, right? Great villain, great writing, great art. If you're not reading this, you need to be. That's what I'll say about this. Great story. Batman's Dark Pattern number 4. Next up, this is a big one. I was going to say, Batman Dark Patterns might be pick of the week, but we got this one coming in. Absolute Superman number 5, I believe. Yes, number 5. And check out this cover. Look at that. Look how menacing. I don't even know what that is. I think it's like his villain, but check. He's like, that is not a guy you want to mess with. I've been loving the Absolute series, Batman, Wonder Woman, and I gotta say, as much as it pains me, the Superman has kind of been letting me down, but I feel like it's just a slow start. I feel like they're gonna get really crazy really soon. If this cover is anything to go off of, I'm excited to see some more Absolute Superman. I'm giving pick of the week to Absolute Superman number 5, even though I think there are some other issues that might be in the running for it. Just check it. Like, look at that facial expression. That is not the traditional Superman. That is just crazy. I really like the costume as well. I'm excited. Like Absolute Justice League. We got Absolute Martian Manhunter coming soon. Absolute Justice League when? But this one, pick of the week. I'm excited to read it as well. The story is good, despite me enjoying the other Absolutes a little bit more. The story is still very good, and I am picking it up no matter what. So that's why it is pick of the week. Next up, Aquaman number 3. Aquaman number 3. 2 of the 3 issues of variants I have are of Mara in the Aquaman series, and I think she was just in issue 1, which is funny. But I think this is part of like the National Women's Month or Day or something. It's pretty good art. Suit looks nice. The color on her hair is really nice. She looks very stoic, very queenly. Is stoic the right word? I don't know. But either way, the Aquaman series has been really fun. I've been really enjoying it. Last issue, he like showed up in like this weird alternate dimension, and he had to use his hydrokinesis, newly acquired as of the new event, but he used it to like bend blood, and it was like pretty wild. So the series has been pretty crazy. If they keep amping it up, it should be pretty interesting. So definitely a good pickup. Lots of issues. I'm trying to go through them as fast as I can here. We're nearing the end, but we still got a little ways to go. Like I said, it's a big week this week. Anyways, moving on. Next up, this one, I'm really excited for this one. The new run of the Iron Man number 6, I believe. And then I think I said last week, I thought that this suffix, this like prefix was Insurmountable. I believe it is Insurgent, actually. So this run is called the Insurgent Iron Man. He's got the huge sword. Low tech Insurgent Iron Man. Check that out. Crazy details. Huge ass Buster sword. Like that's nuts. And the story has been really good as well. Iron Man Tony, it's doing a great job of like writing them. And the art's cool, and it's just a fun story. So definitely pick this up if you haven't already. Definitely a great pick. Insurgent Iron Man. Next up, we've got Amazing Spider-Man number 69. Another Scotty Young. Whoops, sorry. Another Scotty Young variant. He's getting electrocuted by a power line here. Maybe that's Electro? No, that's Electro, yeah. Let me line it up here, sorry. Yeah, it seems like Electro is electrocuting him. And I haven't read 67, 68 yet, but... And, you know, I gotta say, look at the contrast right there. The yellow on the blue sky, great, like, just color usage. That's nuts. It's just a fun series. It's been fun. And I think they're restarting Amazing Spider-Man. I think they're doing a new #1 soon. I saw, like, an ad for it in one of the other comics I was reading. I'm definitely on board for that. I've been reading it. I figured I'd just hop on at the wherever because I wanted to read Spider-Man. But if they're going to redo it, hell yeah. So, I mean, I'm getting these. Keep on a lookout for the new run, though. If you're reading comics, keep an eye out for those ads. So I can give you a look at that title one more time. Pretty cool. Great, good, fun issue. Fun story. Could be cool. Could be cool coming up as well with that new #1. Good pickup. Pick it up if you're picking it up. Next up, and I said I missed the other one because I found this one this week. Sabretooth, The Dead Don't Talk, #4. So we just had #3. Oops. This is #4. I wasn't able to get a variant cover, but the OG cover looks pretty dope. Like, check it out. Sabretooth, The Dead Don't Talk, #4. Versus a Man in Iron. So this is like 1920s. Is that Howard Stark? Is that Tony's grandfather in this giant fucking mech? Because that's obviously Iron Man. That's his font. Did he kill the other Iron Fist? I'm excited to read this story. Like I said, read it if you're not. Pick it up if you're not reading it. It's fun. It's a good story. Next up, Green Lantern Corps #2. Green Lantern Corps #2. The Fractured Corps one shot was really good. The first issue was decent, so I decided to pick up #2. Kyle Rayner on the variant cover here. If you know Kyle Rayner, low-key to GOAT. Low-key to Green Lantern GOAT. He's a comic book artist. So he's a literal comic book artist in the comic book. So he's super creative with all of his constructs. Also, White Lantern. Come on, guys. Kyle Rayner to GOAT. Good pickup if you like Green Lantern. I'm liking it so far. My favorite Green Lantern piece of media, probably the one I remember the most was the OG, not the OG, but like the earlier CG Green Lantern Corps series on Cartoon Network with like Kilowog and the Razor. That series was really cool. Anyways, moving on. I was just, so my local shop has like some comics all over the walls and stuff. And I was just looking at them, and I picked this up because I was just looking at it and I thought it looked cool. We got The Punisher, The End. So I thought this was part of the Punisher Max series, because this is part of it says Max. So this is an older comic. They have just older comics on the walls and like issues of note and interesting issues. And I was looking at this. I pulled it off. At the employee at my shop explained it to me. This is sort of a one shot where it's just like the end of the Punisher. So it's supposed to be like the last Punisher story, like kind of a Dark Knight Rises, I believe it is, for Batman. He's like old. He's grizzled. He's got one last fight in him. Look at that. Wrong side. Explicit content. This is when it was like edgy and shit. I think probably like what? 08, 09. So this one's cool. This one's a cool pickup. Every now and then it's fun to grab an older comic. Pretty cool, pretty fun. I mean, pick it up if you can find it anywhere. I just picked it up because it happened to be right in front of me. Anyways, moving on. This is the last one. This is the paperback. So if you looked at the beginning of the video and you saw what it is, Ultimate Invasion. So right now, we're about 1 year, a little over 1 year into the Ultimate Universe, the new Ultimate Universe. I don't know the number, but I think it's like 161610 or something. This is the Ultimate Invasion, the event leading up into this new Ultimate Universe. This is before even I started reading a lot of comics. I really started getting into comics around when the new Ultimate Spider-Man started serialization. So right after this, essentially. This is the Maker. He breaks out of jail. And he's like, I need to form my new Ultimate Universe. So this is literally him. This is 1 through 4 of Ultimate Invasion. This is him going into the new Ultimate Universe and just fucking everything up. Look at that motherfucker right there. Sort of essential, in my opinion, if you want to really enjoy, especially the new series, like the new Ultimates. Because the new Ultimates are featured right at the end of this new Ultimate Invasion. If you go straight into the new Ultimates, it'll make sense, but this is where you really want to get the backstory. So I'm really glad I was able to find this. I didn't even know they were making paperbacks. They're probably making them for this for all the people getting into it. So look out for this at your comic shop. This is a really good pickup, in my opinion, if you can find it. So very cool. She goes to the back here too. See, yep, you got Ultimate Iron Man, Ultimate Captain America. Is that Hulk? Thor, Ant-Man. The Illuminati must gather once again to stop the Maker. Very cool. I'd honestly maybe even I would give pick of the week to that if it wasn't just like 4 issues in one, you know. But anyways, pick of the week, Absolute Superman #5. Check it out. Let's get hyped for this new Superman movie. Superman is probably my favorite superhero. So let's go Superman. Other than that, here's the title somewhere around here. Support your local shop. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week.